Hello, everyone. It's Thursday. It's 3:30. It's reference roundtable time. Uh, I'm sure probably most of you have been here before, watched us before, but we do this every Thursday at 3:30, and we talk about library things, believe it or not. And today we're gonna do an old favorite. I don't think we've done it in a couple months.
I can't remember the last time.
I know
we've
it's
done
been a
it.
while, but we're gonna do It Came from the Bookdrop. Pretty self-explanatory. These box full of new books that have just been recently returned, maybe new, maybe not necessarily new books. So you can kind of get an idea of what people around Sioux City are reading. Kind of fun. You just get kind of a look into what's flying off the shelves.
A good cross section of like what's actually checking out, what people are into right now, and I think these were all returned here downtown.
Yep.
So if you've returned a book at the downtown library over the last couple of days, it could be here.
Well, we get cracking here. I don't know. One of you guys can go and grab one.
Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, I already know off the top of my head we'll have a lot of folks who will like this one. It is a biography on John James Audubon, The Making of an American by Richard Rhodes, and I guess he's won a Pulitzer Prize. It's the first major biography of John James Audubon in 40 years. And he was a naturalist who did a lot to document like the birds of North America. But I learned that
His prints are everywhere. Like I feel like you go into any like public building, there's probably like some Audubon prints.
And we've had the local Audubon Society as a program partner, and they've been really fun to work with. They taught us a lot about birds last summer reading, and I learned the Audubon Society was not actually founded by him. It's just named in honor of him. I thought he was the founder.
Cool.
Lots of bird lovers in Sioux City. Oh, here's the cover. Sorry. It is just a screeching bird. And if I were more of a bird watcher, I would probably know what it was. I'm sure somebody can identify it in the comments below.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. My mom just got not just, but for Christmas, my brother and dad bought her a bird feeder with a camera on it.
Oh, fun.
It's so cool.
Those are fun.
Super
We've got one
cool.
of those in the backyard. Well, I think you should go next.
Okay, are you sure?
Maybe
Let's go down the line, or
okay.
we're gonna get mixed up.
We're not good at keeping in order.
No.
So.
It's too close to
We
that.
have got Pat in the City, My Life of Fashion, Style, and Breaking All the Rules by Patricia Field. From the stylist and fashion provocateur whose designs transformed the culture, bringing the glitz of Studio 54 and the sophistication of Sex and the City to the mainstream. So it is a memoir of a fashionista.
That's really fun.
She did the
And she looks very fun, just judging by the picture on the cover.
She did the costumes for Sex and the City, and I feel like she did Devil Wears Prada, Emily in Paris, and she's done a lot of other things, but like definitely she's the one who gave us Carrie Bradshaw. So if you're a big Sex and the City fan, a lot of people watch that show for the fashion. She's the one who brought that to you.
Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna grab.
Whoa.
Ooh. Einstein, The Life of a Genius by Walter Isaacson, featuring rare documents of historic importance.
Well, Walter Isaacson is like the king of biographies.
Yeah. Ooh, this is really cool too.
Wait,
So-
is that young Einstein?
I don't know. There's
I've only ever
lots
seen
of
pictures of Albert Einstein as
pictures.
an old man.
This is super cool. So even if you're not like,
We love a good book of photos.
yeah, like it's very attractive, makes it very fun to read. Cool. You'll have to flip through some of the
I'll
photos
you
and
some on
show.
the camera. There's
That's like a
Al.
coffee table book. That's
Yeah.
large.
Very
That's
cool.
Whoa. E equals mc squared. Everything is relative. Quantum physics. All the knowledge of the universe flashing before your eyes.
It's all there.
You'll be a genius too. All you need is a library card. Is it my turn
Yep.
again?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, this is dark-sided. Let's get it out of the way. So this is a huge book.
I think we can all tell who wrote that.
Well, yeah. When the names, I don't know what's more iconic, him, the author, or this property. It. Like, I feel like this just traumatized like 4 generations worth of Americans
Yep,
now at this
it has,
point.
definitely.
And this is definitely, they reissued it a few years back when they did the remakes of it that were, well, at this point, probably 5 to 8 years old. It's been a while. But I remember a lot of people went to read the book when the movies came out, and they didn't know I was working at MIP all the time, and they didn't know that they were putting a book this large on hold. And so they'd show up to pick up it, and they'd be like,
What?
oh. And it turns out some people are more afraid of reading a book this large than they are of the killer clown.
I believe it. I believe it.
I'm that person.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't read that.
I watched both movies, but never read the book.
Makes more sense why the movie was split into two, right? Part one, part two.
For sure.
I have a friend who, like, this was her goal to finish this book one summer.
Wow.
All right, we've got some good nonfiction here. The Lost City of Z, A Tale of Deadly Obsession in the Amazon by David Gran. And if you love narrative nonfiction, like especially like Eric Larson, like in that kind of vein, you're gonna love David Gran. He also had a one come out last year that won like all the awards. The Wager. It was like the book of the year for a lot of different things. So you really can't go wrong. It's about the legendary British explorer Percy Fawcett venturing into the Amazon jungle in 1925. So
Ooh.
Cool.
sounds very intriguing.
He did Killers of the Flower Moon too, didn't he?
Oh,
I've read that one.
So
Yeah, he is.
I haven't actually. I don't know. I think I read one of his books and it was good.
I agree. Very similar to Eric Larson.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you like him, you'd like him.
What about this one? Dogman Unleashed by Dave Pilkey. Dave Pilkey is a beloved children's author, and this is the graphic novel version. Is Dogman in chapter book version too, or
It's like those
just graphic?
blends of like graphic novels and those chapter books, kind of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I think, but,
Oh, okay.
or mostly graphic novel.
Because he
like-
writes Captain Underpants, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, Dogman's like their chapter graphic novels. I don't know.
yeah,
Kids love
They,
them.
love
they
them.
fly off the
they
shelf.
fly.
Yeah.
So
Dave Pilkey has probably introduced like more people to the love of reading than a lot of others.
So we're big fans of that.
yes,
I mean, I remember like Captain Underpants, those books came out when I was a kid, and I remember the hullabaloo surrounding those and how I had to like really sell that one to my parents. It's not back to me already, is it? Wow, time flies. So this one I have to do. I recognize it. I've done a check it out on this book here, and if you know what check it outs are, that's our little partner show we have with KWIT, the local NPR affiliate, I believe. And every Tuesday morning during like the rush hour time, they air a book recommendation from one of us here at the Sioux City Public Library. It might be one of us three, it might be one of our colleagues. So this just happens to be a book I've recommended through Check It Out once upon a time. You can find a whole shelf of Check It Outs here at the downtown branch, and this will probably go up there after this. This book's a lot of fun. It's called Patricia Wants to Cuddle by Samantha Allen. You have to look at this cover. Immediately I had to read it. And it's as wild as it looks. So it's about these reality show contestants on a show that's basically like The Bachelor, and they're going to do one of those like Bachelor vacation weekend episodes on this island off the coast of Washington State. Little does he know, there is a Bigfoot creature on that island and lots of other nefarious secrets. So it kind of like descends into chaos, and it's a lot of fun. It's like a dark comedy in many ways, but it is kind of scary too. So I loved this book, and so highly recommend it. And what a fun title too.
I'm going in blind here.
all
right.
Oh my gosh.
Got Hawk Mountain, a novel by Connor Habib. Clive Barker describes it as bleak, dark adrenaline rush. An English teacher is gaslit by his charismatic high school bully in his 10th story of deception, manipulation, and murder.
Sarah and I are laughing because we've read it.
Yes, I remember
Yeah,
that. And you told me about it, and I was like, no.
Michael got me to read this one, and I still think about this book sometimes.
Yeah, this was one I feel like I almost chose as a reference for when people read it on.
Yeah.
And I believe I also did a Check It Out about this one, so it'll probably go up to that Check It Out shelf. But if you like a book with a wild twist that you don't see coming, if you like
Right.
a book that kind of pulls the rug out from under you, and you I don't know, I gasped while reading this one.
Yeah. Or like a book where the ending,
it
like
haunts me.
you think you know the whole time, and then like literally the last sentence changes everything.
Yeah,
That kind of book.
and it's one that, like you said, it sticks with you.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe you'll read it someday.
a ride.
Maybe. You might. I don't know if you would dislike it. Actually,
She
You
would
might
hate
like
it.
You think?
I trust Sarah.
Okay. Yeah,
Sarah
you
knows
should.
me. I trust her judgment.
she would hate it.
I think that's why I didn't read it. I think,
Oh, it's true.
I think you told me
Like,
about it, and you're like, don't read it.
no,
And I was
you
like,
wouldn't.
I trust
No.
you, Sarah. I trust you.
Well, this is fun. The best things in life are free. The ultimate money-saving travel guide.
Ooh.
Super cool.
That is like genuinely very handy.
Yes.
I love free things.
Yep, and it's put out by Lonely Planet. That puts out a lot of
Trusted
travel guide. The
source.
author is Isabel Albertson. But there's all kinds of like major cities in here, all over the world,
Cool.
with all these tips for saving money
That's
while
neat.
travel. Dubai. You think you can save money in Dubai?
I guess if I read that book, I will.
If you're going to Dubai, money saving is maybe not on your mind. I
They
feel
have some
like.
theme parks there I really want to go to. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like really not a very frugal person in my day-to-day life, but for some strange reason, once I go on vacation, I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend money. Oh, that's too much. I get weirdly frugal on vacation sometimes, and then I come back and like binge spend whatever I didn't spend while I was on vacation. So
You're like, well, I have all
yeah,
this left.
it's
But
strange.
it would be even not just to save money. It would be a really good book to check out this time of year to kind of plan for your
for sure.
vacations coming up or
Or-
something,
and
just to get ideas and
You know, it might not be your idea of saving money, right? But it might just show you that it's more accessible to go somewhere like
Yeah.
Dubai than you thought it would be.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, probably not terribly accessible, but maybe more than you think.
No.
Oh, here we are traveling again to Paris. We love Paris here on Reference Roundtable. It's a National Book Award winner, graphic novel for teens. It's called A First Time for Everything by Dan Santat. And let's see. After being bullied in middle school, Dan has low expectations about everything, including the class trip to Europe with the same girls who love to make fun of him.
Oh.
But during his travels, a series of firsts begins to change him. First Fanta, first fondue, and maybe even first girlfriend. Funny, heartfelt, and embarrassingly true, this graphic novel memoir is based on the Caldecott Medal winner Dan Santat's most awkward middle school memories.
Oh,
That sounds really sweet.
that does.
Like, I didn't go on a class trip to Paris in middle school. Did anyone?
No.
No,
Can't,
Chicago.
can't relate to that one, but I'm glad they had fun. Enjoy yourselves, kids.
Oh, there's another hefty tome. This one's it's another classic, definitely in a different vein
Yeah.
than Stephen King. But we've got Gone with the Wind by
Ooh.
Margaret Mitchell. This is a big boy.
Ooh.
It's got to be at least 800 pages.
can't
A
think-
1,000.
Yeah.
It's a little over 1,000
I
pages.
can't think of Gone with the Wind without thinking about Confederates in the attic anymore.
Same.
And like the museums.
Yes.
I don't even remember all the details. Just
I also think of the
Definitely.
Carol Burnett show when she does the curtain look. Have you
Oh
ever seen
yeah,
that? She's
I know
like
what
wearing
you're
a curtain
talking
rod.
about. Yeah.
I think of that too.
I mean, I don't know what you can say about that really hasn't been said.
Have
know?
you-
I've never read it.
Okay.
I've obviously watched the movie. I think most people have watched the movie and probably not read the book. At this
The
point.
movie is too long for me, so I don't know.
You,
Maybe
you can watch it in chunks.
yeah.
Break it down like a series.
And I mean, maybe this is sacrilege. I didn't like the movie, so
No, me
like I don't
neither.
think I'd probably want to
Yeah.
read the book.
No.
I don't like characters like rat. That's what the whole movie is to me.
Jeez.
And then racism,
I don't think we really.
racism speckled here and there.
Well, I guess we're not doing a very good job of selling Gone with the Wind, but
It's sold plenty. I have a feeling.
I guess it doesn't need us.
Although it was the first Black woman to win an Oscar.
That's true.
Oh, that's right.
Hattie McDaniel, right?
Yeah. All right. Segueing to Shrill. Notes from a Loud Woman, Lindy West.
I remember when that one came out.
Yeah.
Yep. Shrill is an uproarious memoir, a feminist rallying cry in a world that thinks gender politics are tedious and that women, especially feminists, can't be funny. So, I think it's kind of like literary memoir.
Did she write for BuzzFeed,
I
Lindy
don't know.
West? I don't. She's one of those like millennial essayists that I think people like associate with a generation. Buzzy, topical, humorous essays that are about like perennially relevant subjects like this.
Yeah, for sure.
I've read one of her other books, and I can't remember which one it was.
Lori
Maybe The
says,
Witches are
hi,
Coming."
guys.
Hi, Lori.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. It's your turn, Michael.
Okay.
I got a few left in
Well,
there.
this one's by an author I've never heard of before. His name's Ernest Hemingway. And the
Maybe,
book is
I think he's gonna be big. I think he's gonna be big.
for sure. I mean, look at the cover design alone. It's just like this is gonna bring a lot of people.
I bet he never saw that cover.
Well, I don't know what For Whom the Bell Tolls has to do with this like high contrast photo of a pine cone. It's actually one of the Hemingway novels I haven't read, but I am reading a book right now that's kind of about like 1920s Europe. So it like he's come in and out of that narrative in Paris. And my favorite Hemingway is A Movable Feast, and that's his nonfiction about like the expatriate scene in Paris
That's a
in the
good one.
20s.
That's a good
And
one.
he just like is reading F. Scott Fitzgerald for filth. Like they were such they were such frenemies, and like the stuff they got up to, I'm not going to talk about on Reference Roundtable, but you've got to look it up. It's funny. It's interesting.
We're getting down to the bottom of the barrel.
That's a heavy
here.
one.
Ooh.
We have got the Lincoln Highway, coast to coast from Times Square to the Golden State, the Great American Road Trip, and it's exactly about that. It's about the stretch of roads called Lincoln Highway that goes from New York all the way to the West Coast, and I bet it's just all kinds of things, history, and well, we got some round barn photos in here.
There's probably like a really beautiful, like really unique place that you reach about like halfway through, no matter which direction you're driving.
It's
probably
neat.
right in the
It's got
middle. You
a
know?
lot of like contemporary photos, old photos. It's really
Oh,
cool.
cool. That is cool.
An old like convenience the gas station, you know, when they were just a little more stylish and stuff. So that's very
That's
cool
really
if
neat.
you I mean like very Americana, or if you were interested in like roads and like the history of the highways.
You
and
really
stuff.
liked Pixar's Cars, although that's Route 66. And I want to know, who do you think would win in a fight, the Lincoln Highway or Route 66?
Isn't the Lincoln Highway like longer?
It
so
is.
like
I'm gonna go with Lincoln.
size before
Yeah,
Depends on what you're looking for.
because it's Chicago to LA is Route 66, if I'm remembering the song correctly, and this one's New York to San Francisco.
Lori said she was trying to figure out how these were new books, but she,
Oh yeah, they're
she
not.
was on the wrong
Yes.
theme.
So,
all right.
but it's kind of a
They could be new to you.
right. A lot of these are new to us. Like we see a lot of the older books in the stacks, but a lot of these, you know, we don't necessarily see since we haven't unboxed them like we do with the new books. I remember, I think Lincoln Highway, like it ends around Times Square, New York. I remember like walking on it there, and then here you see it all the time.
Cool.
So that was that.
William wants to know if we were going to recommend one William Faulkner book, what would it be?
I think
Oh.
I've only read one, so I don't even know. Farewell to Arms.
That
Was
is
that-
Hemingway.
Then I can't-
He's Sound and the Fury. So here's the problem.
I have nothing.
tried, so I don't have any William Faulkner to recommend because I tried to read The Sound and the Fury in college, and I got so angry at that book that I like threw it across my room. I really didn't vibe with it. I was like, this is so pretentious. But people love William Faulkner. I think everybody would have to start with like The Sound and the Fury. That's like the
That's
masterwork.
definitely the one
So-
that I'm most familiar with.
Try that. And I haven't revisited it now as an older reader. It's very like stream of consciousness, modernist, but also like Southern themes. Like if you like a Tennessee Williams, but it's more like if James Joyce were telling a Tennessee Williams story. Sound and the Fury is my answer off the top of my head, even though that's kind of the most boring answer. I think it's a cliche because it's probably true. It's his opus.
Right. I mean, it's his most famous for a reason,
It's his
right?
most famous
I mean,
for a reason, right?
well,
Is it my
there's
turn?
one left, and
Oh.
it's yours. So
All right. Oh, and it's a book on CD,
Ooh,
and it's a novel by Kate Quinn, and it's called The Briar Club. And I was going to
it's
say, I
got
think
like
this
a
is her newest.
like a keyhole on the front.
Yeah.
So that gives me kind of like mysterious
Yep.
vibes.
I'm on hold for this on Libby. I'm so excited to listen to
Oh,
it.
cool. Is this her newest release? I feel like this is
It came out pretty recently last year.
Last summer.
Okay. Yep. And it's a historical fiction, Washington, D.C., 1950. Everyone keeps to themselves at the Briarwood House, a down at the heels, all female boarding house in the heart of the nation's capital where secrets hide behind white picket fences.
It does sound a little
Sounds
spooky.
intriguing. And
Good old historical
Yeah.
fiction caper set in the 50s, which for some people doesn't feel like it's historical, but I forget what in library school they said, like historical fiction is, there's some like arbitrary number of how many years ago it is.
Oh, is it like 50 years?
I think it's 50
years?
years or something. I think the 60s have just like entered technical historical fiction. But my personal definition of historical fiction is like anything pre 9/11, because I feel like that is going to feel distinct.
Well, and I was going to say, it just probably depends person to person. I mean, if you're 18, something that happened like 10, 15 years ago, like you probably don't even remember it. So it kind of
there's
depends
scales,
on your view.
There's scales with like eras of like clothing and things too. What's considered vintage.
Right,
and
that's
things
true.
now, too,
like
so.
vintage, retro, antique.
Like, it boggles my mind because like they have a classic cars have a specific thing, and it's like 20 years, I think, or something like that. Because like I don't know if every like state does this, but I know some states I've lived in, you can get like a classic car plate, and it had to be like over 20 years old. I don't think Iowa does this, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, so like somebody's 2004 like Pontiac could be like
I really hate
car, you know, like
I'm sitting here thinking like my car is gonna be classic here very soon. But horrible. That's funny.
time marches on.
I think it matters too, like if how much the time period plays into the narrative of the story.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like we've unboxed a lot of fiction novels that are set like in the 2000s or in the 90s, and they really make a point of like really bringing out that time period and then mentioning it a lot. And I feel like if it's that important to the narrative, then I would still consider it historical fiction, even though, you know, for some of us, we can't come to terms quite yet with the 2000s being history.
Yeah, and I suppose it makes a difference too, like if when it was written
right,
you know, like
that's so true
as a historical, because like the books that were written in that time period aren't really like historical fiction.
They're just the product of their
They're
time.
just
right, like if you read The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, you're not reading historical fiction, you're
right,
exactly.
But it is that setting. Yeah, it's funny,
written in the present,
but you still like might like it. I don't know, you know what I mean?
No, my mind is just working overtime.
Genres have like a lot of intersections if you start to sit down and really look at them.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I can't wait to read this one.
Yeah, Lori says it's on her to be read list.
Nice. We'll have to talk about it when we finish it.
Yeah,
Very
it
cool.
sounds really good. So.
Yes.
Well, that's
Cool.
it. Our box of newly returned books is empty. So
Yeah, if you saw anything you like,
Yeah.
go ahead and check it out because they're back
Definitely
on
a
the
good
shelves.
mixture. Everything from It to Gone with the Wind.
yeah,
And
we had quite a few
Einstein.
classics. People are reading the classics.
Yeah.
this
True.
winter.
Yeah.
We had,
Yeah.
You know, Hemingway and
Revisiting.
Margaret Mitchell. So yeah.
It's always like, I don't know, reassuring to see like what a broad variety the community looks at. It's like they're really like, we always try to have a book for everyone, but it's also kind of cool that every book has someone too, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like looking at it the other way.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank
right.
you all for.
Wait, next week your book, just in case.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yep. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here today with us. Of course, we'll be back next Thursday, the end of the month. So we're going to be talking about our next book club pick, which is, I keep forgetting, Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. So we've all read that, and we're gonna give our opinions. And
I'm
thoughts.
excited to talk
So
about it.
I'm sure there'll definitely be a lot of spoilers. I don't think you can talk about that book
Right.
without spoiling
We're gonna
it.
have to do.
So
We're gonna have to spoil something.
So- just a heads up.
For sure. Yeah, it's definitely a
Really
book.
spoiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks again, and yeah, we'll be back next Thursday. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your day and a good rest of your week.
Yeah.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.